Well, what's going on, everybody? WakoBako here. Today we have a pretty big mail day. If you guys saw by the thumbnail, we have all of these plain white envelopes to go through. We got some miscellaneous packages, and we have this one, which I'm going to save for last because I think there's a pretty interesting story behind this one. But yeah, all this stuff came in while I was gone last week. Obviously, there's plenty of content flowing, so you guys couldn't really tell. But yeah, I was actually up in Tampa all last week, getting a lot of my my pre-deployment stuff knocked out. For those of you that have been in the military or currently serving, you guys know how insane that is, especially because there's just so much stuff to do. But yeah, I'm pretty much all done. I have one more appointment this week, and then I'm 100% ready to go, and I can't wait. It's definitely something that's long overdue. It's supposed to happen a while ago, but yeah, we're getting closer and closer. So what I want to do is I'm going to go through all this stuff here. All this here, because I researched the orders, this is all for my buddy. So I showed you guys his collection a while ago and some of the stuff he was missing and wanted to add to his collection to get graded. So that's all that. And then these here, I didn't realize how much random stuff that I got. And honestly, it's not even like crazy expensive or anything, you know, a couple bucks here and there, but the stuff stacks up really, really fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of roll through it. I did prep a lot of this. You guys can see I kind of blanked out my own name. Plus, I took out some of the paperwork in this stuff just so you guys don't figure out who I really am. Anyway, that sounded super weird. I don't know. I just like my privacy if you guys have been around long enough. So let's see what we have here. Obviously, they taped it to the paper. So let's see if I can get that off. I do usually keep a lot of the paperwork off to the side just in case there's an error with the order. But oh, that's, I don't know how I like that. It's really just another piece of paper within another piece of paper. But there is the card there. We got the Paris. This is from Crown Zenith in the Galarian Gallery. This is literally the only one that I hadn't pulled out of the 9 from this little like 9-piece set that you can get. But yeah, now I finally have it. I am getting multiples of those, so the other one should be in here somewhere. And the reason why I got multiples is because I want to get a whole set of 9 of them graded. Obviously, if you pulled these from V-Star Universe, you got the God Pack. It was obviously well worth grading. Yeah, so the other thing I guess might as well mention too, before I get too deep into this, sorry, all this stuff came from TCG Player. So I try to like at least kind of keep their name on there and their location. Or if they had their shop name like the one I'm about to get into here. So real good deal. I bought from them from TCG Player before. I bought from them on eBay before. None of this is sponsored. This is all, you know, personal collection stuff. But I kind of like supporting mom and pop shops, and I like buying back from, you know, stores that, you know, kind of did me right. So, so here we have some, I think this is newer Scarlet and Violet stuff. There should be promos in here. And it's funny because, of course, I bought this card here. This is the Silazar EX. This is the promo 018. And, of course, then I found the box is like 2 days later. So we will be doing those sometime this week. Yeah, we do have a lot of really good content coming this week also. And I'm going to start off with saying this and kind of mention it early and throughout the week. Oh, that's kind of weird. I thought it was in the top loader. Sunday. It's probably going to be one of my last live streams before I leave. It's going to be a big one. I don't want to spoil it just yet, but I will showcase what we're going to do later on this week. Please, if you guys enjoy the live streams, make sure you come by on Sunday starting around noon Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Probably one of the bigger live streams and probably one of the more expensive ones that I've done. But it's kind of like a going away gift for everybody. Potential to have some giveaways mixed in there. I'm kind of mapping all that out now, but yeah, hopefully you guys can come join me. So here we go. So we got Halucha. We have the stamped Scarlet and Violet promo is one of the ones I was missing, and the Palmot also. So 3 very, very nice promos I'll get to add to the binder. And don't worry, I will sleeve all this stuff up later on. I just want to keep rolling because there's a lot. So here we go. Northwest Sports Cars Game Center out of Tacoma. Again, that's one thing I like about TCG Players because you have all these shops and stores spread all over the place. It's just a really good hub for like mom and pop shops. I think I've only ever had maybe 1 or 2 issues, which is good compared to like some of the horror stories I've heard people having. But I don't know, the instances that I did have issues, it was resolved right away. Yeah, so here we go. Kind of shows Wait, is that? No, that's not it, because that's Duskull. All right, so that was just a sticker from something else. But yeah, so I got the Duskull there. Wait, maybe I got more cards from this? I don't know. Again, I buy a bunch of stuff, especially low price, and I'm just like, all right, wait for it to come in. I pile it all up, and then I do a mail day on it. But we got the Duskull again. This is from the Galarian Gallery. As mentioned before, I was trying to get a set of all 9, so I'll have a set for the binder, and then a set for me to grade. So I'll go through all the ones that I have, and then see which one looks better. Oh, I did get a second card. All right, Swablu. All right, so there we go. What did it say on the back of this? It said Shinx. That's completely different. But yeah, so we got the Swablu and the Duskull. Again, I didn't reorder a whole another set of 9. I had some off to the side already. But yeah, as you can see here, this is going to stack up really quick with all this stuff. So I'll try and keep things organized. Next, we have Blackstone Games out of California. As you can see, obviously I get stuff from everywhere. So this absolutely beautiful Latias. Okay, good. It wasn't stuck on the tape. It's one thing I don't really like, and I don't really recommend, especially if you're selling or trading. Don't use this kind of tape, guys. You can easily put blue painter's tape on it. It's easy to open, and yeah, you can actually like peel it off later and like reuse the top loader. But this here, I don't know. I've never liked Scotch tape on top loaders. Most of the ones I get in like that, I probably just end up like throwing away. But yeah, Latias, absolutely beautiful. Another Galarian Gallery card. I did scoop up a lot of cards that was missing from Galarian Gallery, especially on the lower end. I want to try and pull some of the higher end ones. I did finally get my first gold card recently, which was nice. But yeah, try to get some of the easier ones and the cheap ones to get. So again, TCG Player, they have this direct service, which some of their retailers fall under. The only thing I don't like about this is it doesn't put the name. So obviously I wanted to give these guys credit. So Shiny Rocks Goods. Is where this order came from, all the way from Syracuse, New York. The one thing I do like about this direct, and again, they put a little stuff in here like this because now they do comics. It's kind of neat, but they have this little support piece in here. Again, just all in the envelope. It fits perfect size. But now they did this different, so where the card's actually just sitting in a sleeve within here. But look at this, absolutely beautiful Grant full art trainer here. This is from the Galarian Gallery as well. I literally had not seen this card until I was kind of browsing through and looking at all the cards on TCG Player, and I was like, okay, definitely have to get that. So another absolutely beautiful card there. Next, we got from Mystic TCG out of Chesterfield. And as you guys have probably asked before, and you're probably going to ask again, why do I kind of prep all this stuff? Not only to save time, but again, like I don't want my information just kind of being out and about. And obviously, you guys can see a lot of the receipts and stuff come in the package. Some do, some don't, but that's the only reason why I prep it ahead of time. Otherwise, it would take a little bit longer, and then I'd have to go through and censor all parts of the video. I really don't feel like doing that. So, all right, let's see what we got in this one here. Very, very nice. Another part of that 9-piece little mini set here within the Galarian Gallery. We have the Mareep. I think that's the only thing I got from them. And again, a lot of this stuff isn't crazy expensive, but if you do like this artwork and you're, even if you want like a long-term kind of investment or collection piece, I highly recommend picking this kind of stuff up while it's cheap. And if you want to get it graded, and its grade's really high, just put it away. I think there'll be really great collection pieces later on, especially having all 9 of this art. It looks really, really awesome. All right, so next we have Game On from Fayetteville. Hopefully I don't butcher any of these names of these cities, but again, I just like to give a little shout out. Sometimes, if I buy a whole bunch from one person, I'll send them the link, or I'll just try and find them on Instagram and tag them once the video goes live. Just so, again, I just like giving shout out to the small mom and pop shops. I'm all about it. All right, so real loops. There we go. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 9 so far, and again, Scotch tape. Again, highly recommend not doing this. To each their own, of course. Obviously, run your business how you see fit. But I don't know. I don't like Scotch tape on top loaders. Maybe it's just a pet peeve of mine. You guys let me know what you think about it. Again, it does keep it safe, and it's nice that this actually comes in a sleeve. Yeah, I'd much rather just have like blue painter's tape or something over it, so I can kind of peel it off later. But there we go. Another absolutely beautiful card. Get into the next one. So we have Tabletop Adventures from Richmond. Yeah, a lot of stuff to add to these binders here, that's why I do this. Especially, if you look all this stuff up on TCG Player, you'll see that I didn't really spend a lot, but it's a lot of cards that I got to fill in some of these collections. So We have the Diancie from Crown Zenith's Galarian Gallery. If I can get this open, come on. And it's cool to see like how people pack stuff. Obviously, this is pretty safe. You know what I mean? If it's in there, it's in a sleeve. It's got a little cardboard. So, and I do reuse a lot of this stuff just because I mean, there's no point of just throwing it away, right? But yeah, absolutely beautiful Diancie card there. Another one to add to the collection. Prodigy Games from Lake Worth. I've actually bought from them a whole bunch before. I've actually stopped by their shop, just driving through Florida. And I definitely want to stop by there again sometime soon. They have a really, really nice shop there. So, all right, let's see what we have in this one here. Flip it on over. And boom, Keldeo. Absolutely beautiful card there. I just love the colors on this. The artwork is absolutely amazing. Let me get this out of here. Wow, I didn't realize how long this is taking, sorry. If you've stuck around this far, I really, really appreciate it. If you guys enjoy these mail day videos, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. But yeah, with Crown Zenith, it's definitely going to be a set I want to complete. You know, from the regular part of the set to the Galarian Gallery, it's definitely going to be a nice collection piece. We have Yeti Games. I bought from them a whole bunch from St. Louis. They always have all kinds of awesome stuff and have really good prices. And of course, I just flashed my info there. So there is another Paris. So I needed one for the binder and one for that 9-piece I'm going to try and grade. So we'll have to see which one scored better. And again, Scotch tape on the top loader. Obviously, you can see it's kind of common practice. I just don't like it. Again, it kind of messes up the top loader. You can't ever peel it off without it being all kinds of messed up. Ooh, I forgot. I did get the Oricorio as well. So there we go. 2 more cards to add to the binder. Very, very nice. I'll gladly take both of those. I mean, obviously I ordered it, so of course I'll take it. Sorry, it was a long week up in Tampa, and it's nice to be back to the house. All right, next one here, Poke Card Nursery from Marysville. I do like when shops have their own little like custom sleeves or their own little cardboard inserts like this. It's really, really neat. Little design there, kind of like that. And again, so that's pretty cool. So they took what they got from Shipping Shield, which is pretty popular nowadays, and then they end up just putting their own logo on top of that. So that's really, really cool. I like it. These little Shipping Shields, again, not sponsored by any means, but a really, really cool idea to safely kind of ship stuff out. We do have the Altaria. I feel like I had this before, but then I realized I had it in the Japanese, so I had to order it again. And then the Magnezone as well. Both absolutely beautiful cards there. I'm going to take it out and I'll just re-sleeve them just because I want to be able to see everything that we got here. But yeah, as you can tell, we got a whole bunch. So I think that's everything that I got for me. Everything else I'm going to show you coming up next is all this stuff for my buddy's collection. So I showed you his whole collection before. He had all kinds of great stuff. But let's get right into it. So this came from Gotta Sell 'Em All. Really, really like the name. That's kind of neat. And it's kind of cool. They took like bubble mailers like that I use and they just kind of folded over, keeping everything super secure. I really, really appreciate that, especially for what's in here. Let's get that out of the way so it's not my paperwork all over. Come on, fold it out. All right, so here we go. Ooh, actually, that's kind of interesting. So what did I... Yeah, okay, so I definitely remember. There's more than one card in this, by the way, but they put it in one of those like one touch. So let's see how this holds up. So we got the Clefairy. I've never actually opened one of these before because I don't have it. So if it takes me a second to open this up, I apologize. But yeah, how do you even open this? Yeah, now this is awesome. You're going to watch me struggle to open this up, even though it's just supposed to be magnetic. I really have no idea how to open this. I look really, really dumb right now, but yeah, there's a bunch. There's more than one card in here, so I mean, it's meant to just have one card housed in here. Yeah, so that's kind of unfortunate. So there's a bunch of base set 2 holos in here. I'm not going to struggle with it right now. I'll open up later. But you have the Clefairy in there. There's the holo Gyarados and the holo Pidgeot as well. Yeah, it's probably going to take me a little bit to figure this out. And again, I feel really dumb right now, but again, I've never used one of these before, and I don't want to mess this up. Oh, just kind of, hold on. Kind of open it from the side. You guys are watching me struggle. I guarantee someone's laughing, but yeah, I have no idea how to open this, so let's leave it off to the side. I don't want to waste any more time. All right, so this one here. Ooh, this is, I think this is actually for me. One last thing for me. Just the ginger. Absolutely amazing. They have all kinds of really, really cool stuff. Let me get this out of the way. Oh yeah, I already marked all my stuff off on this one. See, some of the stuff I kind of went through ahead of time. I do like how they kind of folded everything over and made everything nice and neat, but it just makes it a little bit more of a hassle to open up. Obviously, I'm not complaining, just stating a fact here. So, oh, you're like, oh wait, hold on, there's Yu-Gi-Oh stuff in here. Well, yes, there is. So if you guys saw the live stream that I did, we opened up the 25th anniversary stuff, and this was the only card that I didn't pull. Kind of stinks. See, this is the instance where like you'd rather have some kind of tape on the top, but I don't like this at all. Let's see if I can get this out of here without like bending the card or anything. But yeah, so the Blue Eyes stamped 25th anniversary promo was the only one that I didn't pull. So of course I ordered it right away. You can kind of see the stamp right there on the bottom. But now I have all 6, and this looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm super excited to get that in. Let's see what extras he threw in. Ooh, Ultimate Fusion. Okay, nice. And, oh, nice, another Blue Eyes. Okay, I'll gladly take that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to have to send you the link once this goes live so you can check this out. But, see, that's kind of, it's cool stuff like that. And, again, this card wasn't crazy expensive. I think it's still around, like, the $20 to $25 range. But, yeah, absolutely beautiful. I'll gladly take that. Let me put these down over here. Hopefully you guys can still see. A little bit of glare over on this side, but we're okay. Man, this is really going to drive me nuts. And again, it's probably something super simple, but I just keep going back to this here. Anyway, I need to keep rolling because I'm spending too much time. All right, games galore out of, what was that, Cumberland? Oh, this is one that I didn't prep. Okay. Good job on me. There we go. Good thing I have stuff on standby, ready to go. But let's see. Hopefully none of my information's there. Okay, we're looking good so far. All right. So I guess I'll put this out here while I'm talking about mail day stuff and showing off. If you guys want to send stuff over to do like one last awesome mail day, especially with like viewer submissions, whether it's stuff for me, stuff you want me to grade for you, whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments. Reach out to me on Instagram or email me. I would like to do one last awesome mail day before I push out. But we do have a little bit of time, so maybe we'll get something working. But here we go. Absolutely beautiful Alakazam. Let's see these little tapes. I haven't seen these before, so let's see. Yeah, again, it's kind of hard to get open. Again, it's secure, which is nice. But, yeah, again, blue painter's tape. I totally prefer that. It's just as cheap as all the other tape as I'm struggling to open this up here. All right, so there you go. So Alakazam, again, another beautiful base set 2 holo. Again, so my buddy had 13 of the base set 2 holos in his own collection, and he wanted me to get him the last 7, either light play or somewhat near mint. This I'll have to look at this one a little bit more. Definitely doesn't look as light play as I was hoping, but hey, you know, it's still a beautiful Alakazam, so I won't complain about it. All right, so here we go. Muse Hideout. This from St. Louis. Didn't prep this one either. Perfect. Must have just had a long day when I got back yesterday. But here we go. Slide this out. All my information's hidden. All right, cool. All right, so here we go. So another base set 2 holo. We got the Ninetales here. Look, see, look at this. Look at this. Painter's tape. There we go. Nice and easy. And look at that. We got it all cleared off. And then, man, look at that. One of my favorites. It's so funny. When I was ordering this for my buddy, I almost ordered 2 of these because I need one for me also. But I was like, I'll do that later. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. We have the Raichu and the Ninetales here. Again, absolutely beautiful cards. Let me just make sure there's not any other cards in here. Nope, it's just the one. But yeah, again, he had almost all the base set 2 holos, and luckily for him, he had all the expensive ones. So, yeah, man, this is really driving me nuts with this damn thing. But yeah, luckily he had all the expensive ones, so I just kind of scooped up the cheaper ones that he needed. That's really gonna drive me nuts. But anyway, we're down to the last thing. So this here, right? So this came over from Topher's Magic in Willis, Texas. Now, the other thing that, and I don't really mention this too much, but usually when I buy stuff from TCG Player, you know, I try to look for best price, obviously based on what rarity I'm looking for. But, you know, every once in a while, I'll look for that shop that's either fairly new, you know, maybe has 1 or 2 sales or like under 10. And, you know, they have a bunch of stuff posted. And I kind of like helping the smaller shops, you know, especially if they do a good job, right? Like everyone has to start somewhere. I'm all for it. But, yeah, so this situation, and once you see how much stuff isn't in here compared to this giant box, and again, maybe it's a little bit of a rant, so I apologize ahead of time. But, yeah, placed my order. They reach out right away, and they're like, hey, it's probably going to take 3 to 4 weeks to get your order in. and they're shipping from Texas. I'm in Florida, and I was like, okay, why? We had this whole discussion back and forth, and yeah, this looks absolutely insane. And I feel like they were just trying to upsell me on shipping, which, hey, you know, you're a businessman, do your thing, but it just, I don't know, it kind of seemed unprofessional, in my opinion anyway. So I was like, look, man, I don't want to sound rude, but there's plenty of other people selling what's in here. And I don't understand why it would take so long. I ship stuff all over the U.S. all the time. But yeah, so literally after we had the discussion and it shipped, I literally got it the next day. So I don't know if he expedited or whatnot. But all of this extra where, and again, you want to keep something secure, but I didn't buy like a shadowless card. I didn't buy anything crazy high end. So, I mean, again, I appreciate it. This looks pretty secure, but yeah, I don't know. Just kind of a bad customer experience, if you will. And I don't know, I'm not one of those people that's going to like leave a review on there and kind of like shit on the guy, especially because he's still fairly new. But I don't know, maybe I'll just message him off to the side and give him a little more feedback and suggestions from me. Not saying I'm an expert by any means, but I've been doing this a while now. And it really comes down to customer service, right? So let's see how we're looking here. We did get to the, okay, cool. So just adds to the whole situation. So let me take a look at this. I had the order pulled up, and of course, they didn't have the paperwork in the box. So Mewtwo, right? Obviously, base set. This is not what I needed. I needed the base set 2 variant, which that's what I paid for, and now I have a regular base set, which again, I mean, it's awesome, but it's not for me. Like, I got this for a buddy of mine, so, you know, for a customer. So now I have to go through and order the correct card again. Yeah, and again, I know I shouldn't be complaining, but if it was for me, I probably wouldn't care as much, because again, I can just order again, but this is for my buddy, this is for a customer. When you pay for something, you hope to get what you paid for, right? And all that extra, all of this, and all this crap here for the wrong card. So, awesome. Yeah, definitely have to message him now. Anyway, I'll have to figure out how to get this open too. Hopefully I get the right cards in there and nothing's messed up. But long story short, here's mail day. Sorry for a little bit of a rant, but you know, obviously when you pay for something, you expect to get what you paid for. But yeah, so we got all this. I've got my buddy's CGC submission back, which is this big box here, which I won't show you the top because that's my information still. But we'll be going through that tomorrow, which I'm not waiting till, Wednesday. I'm not waiting till Wednesday. I'm going to record it right after this. But yeah, here's everything that we got in today's mail day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite card was and how your experience is buying stuff through TCG Player. Again, we did pretty good. Just one minor mistake, but it needs to get corrected, especially because it's not for me. But that's going to do it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you want to see more mail day stuff, or if you want to participate in mail day, reach out to me. We'll figure something out. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm WakoBako. Take it easy.